Okay, good evening, everyone. I think good evening to everyone, and thank you so much for the opportunity. So I think I'm the only one among all of you that I'm not a businessman. I'm more or less a policymaker, economist, also professor by training, by everything. And now as a government official, and do a lot on the strategy to boost the private sectors and to make sure that the private sector will continue to grow. And you know very well, when you grow, the country grow, right? So the governments will tackle more, when you have a higher profitability, right? But it is very fair because it's a market economy, and you know that the government can earn incomes by tax sources and non-tax sources, and that is what we are going to do. But if you want to have more tax collections from the private sectors, the good thing is that private sector have to grow, and you have to be resilient and profitable. Yeah. So I think I would like to change a bit, what I'm going to talk today. Even I already prepared some slides, but after listening to all the insightful, and I changed my mind to make sure that my speech will be more, straightforward and interact with you guys. So I think it's better for me to speak directly to you, and please rest assured that you are not alone, and the world is evolving. And the good things that we know for sure, and when everyone is certain, we are certain that we cannot predict anything going to happen in the future. So this is very, very clear. And uncle from the Philippines also mentioned, I use the word uncle because I used to stay in Singapore. So in Singapore, very common to say uncle or auntie. Yeah. So what we know exactly, the return of Donald Trump as the US president, is what we know about him is that we cannot predict him. He can change his mind in any minute. But the thing that I can assure you, the world is well interconnected. The world is about everyone. You know very well, one car, 1,000 parts of the car cannot be used in one country. So if he imposed any tariff, just as an economist perspective, all the products in the superstore in the US, most of them, the majority of them are imported, right? Imported from the rest of the world, including China. So what will happen if they impose more taxes? Because he's a businessman, he used that tool to negotiate. This is the power of the US president, that he can negotiate with Canada, with Mexico, but I can tell you the true number. If he imposed more taxes, the country that, import taxes on a Chinese product, the country that export to other country without, we call it targeted product and non-targeted product. The targeted product, people will not benefit from the taxes imposed by the US, the government, but the non-targeted product will benefit more. So with the proper study by the IMF, so South Korean will benefit more than 1% of their export capacity, export volume to the non-targeted product, meaning they export to the third country beside China or whatever. And Mexico can benefit more than 10% of their export volume. So this is I want to tell you that, just to share with you. If they impose more taxes, those that consume in the US will have more burden on the imported product in the US market. So this is kind of game. So please don't worry too much. So the thing that I want to share is that stay positive, stay optimistic. And the good thing is for you as business people, you have to be well prepared ahead. And the good thing, like a student, we prepare on different scenario. Well, you are well prepared, especially when you prepare for the worst scenario. I think that if something happened to you, you can minimize the risk, the cost, but at the same time, it's a good opportunity to you. You can have more benefit. I think please remember that any challenges tell you the opportunity. I am a soccer player and play with Dr. Puna. We talk about space. any circumstances, there will be a space. When a space small or big, we can have the opportunity. In the soccer field, you have space, you can score. So the same thing in you and your different, a business that can help you. And in the global economy, the regional economy, the economy growth remains robust. But talk about the numbers, globally is more than 4 to 5% in 2024, 2025, and 26. For Cambodia economy, by international organizations such as the World Bank or the IMF, our economic growth remains above 5% in 2024 and more in 2025. So this is the number across in the region, ASEAN country, Asia country, global economy remain robust. And so this is a good sign, but the benefit that you get from economic growth is not the same one. That's why we try to provide more equitable benefit from the economic growth. So this is something that you have to keep in mind and stay positive, be prepared to any challenges. And please be ensured that Trump 1 will not be the same as Trump 2. For me, I look at something at a positive way. I think that Trump has learned a lot from his first administration. I don't think that he will commit the same mistake. Something happened during his first administration. There are so many mistakes. I know that he get hurt when he imposed too much tariffs on Chinese product. I don't think that he will repeat the same mistake. So this is something that you stay positive. And as far as our country is concerned, you are not alone here. You have the governments. So we always have a good collaboration, we have a good cooperation. So I work every day with our Prime Minister. I know what he's going to do. He wants to help the private sector to grow. As I mentioned at the beginning, when you grow, we benefit, the whole country benefit, the government benefits. So we grow together. And now all the private sector have the access to the Prime Minister. You can talk to him anytime. Just a moment ago, the Cambodian Cement, we call it the Cement Associations of 6 company just met with the Prime Minister. They asked the Prime Minister, asked the government to help to secure that their industry will continue to survive. They can make money, they can create more jobs, and they also can pay tax. And the good thing for the government side is to have the import substitution. So this is the thing that the government really, caring about you. So anything happens, any problem, always come to talk with the governments. We always try to find a solution. I think our MC just mentioned, we don't talk about problem, we talk about how to solve the problem. For sure, everything is not easy. Everything is always unpredictable, and you know very well because you are the business people. Yeah, so I think we are approachable. So please come to us when you have anything. So synergy is very important. I think we attach the important role of the private sector in our economy. So in any country in the world, private sector is one of the potential, the most important engine of growth. So when you grow, we grow. So please be assured. So I just want to share with you in a short presentation, and stay positive, be prepared, and try to be more careful compared to the normal situation. During COVID time, you survive, and now we have no COVID. With the new Trump in the power, you can continue to survive. So please survive and grow. Thank you so much.
I really appreciate your speech because a leader always catch opportunity.